Hi friends, I'm Diane. Today I'm going to share with you a part of my transition from work to retirement. When I was working, there was a weight I didn't even know I was carrying. I was way too busy. It wasn't until I stepped out of the fast lane and stepped into a slower, quieter, simpler life that I realized life and living now that I am retired is more about living simply on low income. Life isn't just about retiring. It's about reinventing and rediscovering a new way to walk through life, seeking peace and reinventing myself. Taking early retirement created a space for me to discover what is important to me. I left the daily grind behind, and over the last year since I retired, some clarity is coming to me. I can create my next phase of life with a calming grace. I don't need to rush. I don't need to buy work clothes. I don't need to satisfy another person's idea of what I should be doing every day. And one of the most amazing outcomes is when I realized I didn't need a big bank account to do it. When I left work, I didn't just walk away from a paycheck, I walked away from so much more. I walked away from stress, I walked away from pressure, I walked away from a boss that kept putting more on my work plate every single day. I was always chasing the next day, trying to keep up with the next week and the next year to come, trying to catch up and to get ahead, and that rarely ever happened. And I just had to realize that the overwhelming days that the workforce demanded of me were unreasonable and they were frustrating, and I had to accept that or make a change. So I opted for early retirement. No paycheck until I reach at least 62 and start getting Social Security. I started thinking differently. I changed my mental mindset and I started to empower myself to move ahead, to be brave, and to take the risk of early retirement. I started asking myself, what do I really need? What do I really want from the years ahead? The answers that came surprised me. I didn't want more stuff. I wanted more peace and joy and the freedom to have more adventures and yet find some calming space in my head. In my home, I wanted a quiet kind of joy that didn't come from spending a lot of money, but from living intentionally, finding the things I like to do and doing more of it. A few of those things are container gardening and spending more time in nature. I still like to travel and I still like to have good adventures. So I'm going to spend some money, and I have allocated funds to travel and for fun adventures about 3 times a year. At least one adventure is going to spend time with my daughter, her family, and my grandchildren. This gives me so much joy, and I deserve that kind of joy. I chose a path of slow living with a bit of minimalism and frugalism after retirement. Not because I had to, but because it made sense. I still like nice things, but I purchase with intention. I do purchase for my needs, and if I purchase something, it is because it brings me joy, even if I don't need it. The last thing I bought for myself was a cute purse that fits my personality. In doing so, I shed 3 purses from my closet. I honor a one-in, one-out system when I bring things into the house. Something I've been doing for years. Living with less gives me more. More time, more space, safety, and creativity. I enjoy more mornings with relaxation time, time in nature, and bird songs instead of alarms. Ultimately, more freedom to choose how I spend each day. I live on a budget-friendly lifestyle that I definitely recommend for women over 40, over 50, or over 60 and more. A budget-friendly lifestyle is not about deprivation. It's about feeling free again. Retirement is an invitation to bring out some of the best in me, to reinvent myself, to make choices that deliver on what I want in this phase of life, retirement. I used to believe that a good life required more money, more shopping, and more doing, keeping busy or to look busy, accumulating more stuff, looking good in front of others, like neighbors and friends. But I found that living simple after 40 or 50 or 60 or whatever age brings me more contentment than I ever had when I was hustling to work, stressing in traffic, and racing against time. Now, I wake up with a sense of purpose, not panic. I go to bed with fulfillment, not with my brain overthinking what happened that day or what will happen tomorrow. Something I had way too much of while I was working. I welcome what comes to me freely, some with intention and some with surprise. Most importantly, I feel like myself again, reinventing my future, finding peace that I deserve, finding peace in knowing that I worked hard to get to where I am today. I welcome this invitation to retirement and whatever slow living or adventures bring to me. I don't live a fancy life. I live a modest life. After downsizing from a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and a 2-car garage on a half-acre of land, I live in a manufactured home with a golf cart, very frugally. I live on low income because I'm not working and I don't have Social Security yet. I keep my health in mind, I eat healthily, and I enjoy doing what brings me joy with intention. I don't spend time with people that gossip and create drama. I do not buy the newest things. I don't eat out much anymore. I cook at home. And I love to go to the thrift store and find grocery sales. I do grow some of my own food and herbs in my container garden. I do make things from scratch. I do eat healthier and I do spend more time in the kitchen. I find joy in routines that are slow and grounding, like watering the garden, cleaning the house, making my bed, and doing the laundry. This is a low-income, simple life that is done with intention. Most of all, I am living a rich, good life. I share my journey here because I know that there are so many men and women who are over 40 and 50 and 60 and beyond who feel stuck or scared about money, about aging, about leaving a joy behind. But you should know that the next phase of your life is a great opportunity, an invitation to reinvent yourself. Maybe you're tired of the rat race. Maybe you are tired of chasing a paycheck, or just tired of working for an employer that really doesn't care about who you are as a person. Maybe you feel your work loyalty is dismissed and means nothing anymore, and that your life is getting short and it's time for you. Please know this. You don't need to be wealthy to feel safe. You don't need to be perfect to feel proud. You just need to start where you are, whether it is a slow life or a life that is full of adventures. Do what you want with what you have. Do what you feel is right for you and live within your means, like I am. And believe that in this season of life, or any season of life, life can be filled with peace, beauty, and meaning. Do what you feel is right for you. If something doesn't feel right, listen to your body and your mind. This is an empowering time, not a time to fade away into the background. Get out and explore, or just stay at home. Most of all, don't feel guilty about your choices if they feel right to you. If you're tired of chasing others' expectations, or you're chasing expenses, I want you to know there is another way. A peaceful lifestyle after retirement, or at any time of life, isn't just possible, it's deeply healing. You don't have to fill your calendar to feel worthy. You don't have to fill your home with stuff to feel fulfilled. Letting go of more can make more room for more joy, more quiet, more confidence, and more moments that feel like home, and maybe even more room for more adventures. If you're looking for comfort and simplicity, or wondering how to live beautifully on a small budget, or how to reinvent your new retirement life, I invite you to follow along with me. Freedom from work, difficult people, difficult employers, stress, or clutter really does feel like letting go of what you don't need. And in doing so, you can now hold on to what truly matters. Less stuff, more life, the quiet and adventurous kind of happiness that money can't buy. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.